Yeah, the first chair, please. Thank you.
Are we on individually, are we?
Yeah. Okay, folks, we're going to get underway with Ireland captain James Ryan. And this section is all live content. We'll be followed by all live content with Andy Farrell. Thanks.
Hey James, can you sum that up from a player's point of view? How you felt the game went, where it got away from you?
Like the positive thing was, we put them under real pressure at times. I thought we created opportunities for ourselves, but we just weren't clinical enough. I think probably our set piece let us down at times in crucial moments, and they scored off the back of some of those moments that we didn't quite nail. But look, I'm proud of the lads. I thought the team spirit was brilliant. We kept at it, kept going, and I think we'll take a lot from that.
Yeah, you kind of mentioned the set piece. The line out obviously didn't go particularly well. Was there a common theme there you felt, or was it a couple of different issues? What was going on there?
Different issues, yeah. Just a collection of errors, really. It's so important at this level to be accurate. So it's definitely one big learning that we'll take.
Like, it hasn't been a great run, obviously, against England now with these defeats, but my sense is that you feel you were closer that time, maybe, and actually could have won that game.
Yeah, I do think we were. Like I said, I thought we created loads of opportunities. The next step is taking them. And the other side of that is I thought the spirit was really good. Especially after that second try, when we had that moment in their 22 and then we didn't quite nail it. They went the length of the pitch. It would have been very easy for us to dip our heads there, but we just kept banging the door. Same in that second half. We kept going. It was just little inaccuracies that, kind of gave them points. But yeah, we'll take loads from that. And I've no doubt that we're going to keep building.
Cheers.
James, when you say there was a few things around the line out, like, are they the same things that happened in Paris a few weeks ago? Or are they different? Like, what's going on there?
Just little inaccuracies. So it's no one person's fault. Just collectively, we need to be more accurate there in those pressure moments. So look, we'll have a look ourselves next week. Still kind of trying to digest the game. We'll see where we're at on Monday.
What was the message at halftime? What was being said?
We were saying to just keep playing our game, to be brave, to back ourselves when it's on to play. Other times then to play in the right parts of the field. Just getting that balance right between having a go and then putting the ball in behind them. So the message was to keep backing ourselves, to keep playing, which I thought we did pretty well in the second half.
James, do you feel that you can only close this gap if you keep coming up against this level of opposition that, England, France, they're obviously at the level now that you want to be at? And do you feel like every time you play them, you're learning more and you're getting closer?
I do, yeah. Look, this is a new group. The coaching staff, how many players have made their debuts over the last few weeks? So, it's kind of a new chapter for us. England, in terms of where they're at, it's, they've been together a lot longer. So, I've no doubt that the gap's closing there, and we just need to keep growing now, and we'll get so much from games like this as a group. I've no doubt that we're getting closer and closer.
How did you find the experience of captaining your country, and how much will you learn as a captain whenever hopefully you get the chance to do it again?
Like, to be honest, the week was much the same. Father's told me to focus on my own game, and that's what I tried to do all week. It wasn't a massive strain or anything. For me, I'm kind of much more concerned with the team and the team performance than any of that stuff. So obviously another game next week. We've a couple of days off, and then it's the next early days, next few days of next week, early in the week, will be a great opportunity for us to learn on that game and to keep building.
Okay, guys, we'll take the last one for James in this section.
James, how's it going? It seemed to be at the start of the game, the first 15, 20 minutes, the kicks in behind, like Ross Byrne was doing a good job on that, but then it seemed to kind of go away after those, two quick England tries in succession. What was the kind of idea behind that? Because it seemed to be kind of working, but then we didn't really see it until maybe Billy Burns came on late in the game.
What, playing the ball in behind them?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Just want to play in the right parts of the pitch. I thought Bruno managed the game really well. And as I said earlier, it's just getting that balance right of playing and backing ourselves, and then other times, kick into space. So, I mean, I don't really know exactly what the change-up was in terms of the kicking game. I'll have to have a look at that. But as I said, I thought Bruno managed the game really well at times, especially under pretty tough circumstances.
Keith Arrows had spoken about there, like during the week, he said the most frustrating thing about the last, couple of losses, or maybe you guys didn't leave any shots on England. I know you kind of still lost today, but do you feel like maybe a couple of shots were landed on them today?
I do, yeah. Like I said, I thought that was a much better performance than the time we were here last. We had a go and we definitely fired some shots. As I mentioned in the beginning, I thought the team spirit was really good. So we're just going to build on that. And, next time we're going to look to fire even more shots. Thought there was good character there today. We'll get loads from it.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, guys. We're going to switch into Andy Farrell now.
Can't see anyone. No. It's all right. Yeah, let's crack on. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get underway with head coach Andy Farrell.
Hi, Andy. Where did you think England won that game?
They're a smart side. They understand what they're about and what the plan's all about, and they're relentless at sticking to it, aren't they? So I suppose set piece pressure, certainly from a defensive point of view, they obviously did a job on us there. As far as the exiting and kicking game, contestable kicks where they hit man and ball and fire through that first breakdown, and then that makes that one slow. So therefore, you're sending your forwards into a brick wall on the next one, and then what do? Do you keep playing 20 meters backwards, or do you kick the ball, etc.? So they controlled the defensive side of their game very well, and disrupted our ball, and therefore made us play off slow ball, and obviously they came out with the result on the back of that.
They've obviously had a good record against Ireland in recent times. Do you feel the gap, or did you see signs there that gap is closing in any way?
Well, of course you see signs, because it's some of that stuff out there is absolutely priceless for us. I heard James say before about the journey that we're on in comparison to England. It's completely different sides of the spectrum, really. So we'll learn a lot about that, about playing against a really good side, number 2 in the world, at home. We'll learn invaluable experience from dealing with pressure, basically, dealing with pressure and the pressure that they put on, whether we're going to stick to task or making decisions, or whether we go into our shell, etc. We'll analyse all those decisions and make sure that we take some good learning from it. But I thought the character, as you would expect from any Irish side, was seconded on, and especially in that second half. And some individuals became proper international players, I would have thought. There's some immense performances, and from guys that would look back and be a little bit disappointed. They'll be bigger and better for the experience as well.
Cheers.
Andy, what's your sense of what was going on at the line-out? I know it's not down to one person, but were you seeing similar things that happened in Paris a couple of weeks ago?
Not really. Obviously, it's, that's what I'm talking about regarding pressure. Pressure. People react in different ways, don't they? And a line-out has to be as cohesive as it possibly can, and. Obviously, there was a few overthrows, and then obviously we'll analyse the rest. But yeah, I suppose it's the quality of ball that we was getting as well. To set up the maul, I thought they was coming down on us. We got penalised once for playing them in the air. I thought there's a bit of that going on from both sides. So I've no complaints there, but. I thought they was good at getting through our line as well and putting some pressure on our ball. And then obviously when the defensive maul is pretty good, and when that collapses, you're playing off slow ball again, So hence possession and territory, that is massively in our favour. But playing off slow ball and then 5-second rucks becomes a little bit hard work.
Are you concerned at all at the shape of the line out in general?
No, I'm not. Again. Like I said to you during the week and over the last couple of weeks, it's a completely new line-out. Devon Turner's dominated our line-out and done an unbelievable job over the years, along with Rory Best. And, Ian Henderson has been next cab on the rank there as far as dominating our line-out and being the leader, and he's not been available to us. So it's invaluable stuff for James Ryan. James Ryan and Ian Henderson have been working closely together, and we'll get there. We'll fix it, because that's the type of people that they are. And then, Ron starts here for the first time. He's played one game, coming back from injury. Again, it's priceless learning for him. So he'll be better for the experience. I thought Rob did pretty well when he came on. So it's a new line-out team, so to speak, and we'll learn from this experience and get better.
Thanks.
Andy, it is a new line-out. It is a new team in many ways. But do you think you can get it together by the time the Six Nations, and you play France and England in the Six Nations? Do you think you can have this team expecting to win those games by then?
Yeah, of course. You speak to those lads in the changing rooms, and they're gutted that they've lost the game, but they showed a tremendous spirit there. And then we just show them where the belief needs to keep coming from, and we'll be fine on the way forward. So I thought, you have a plan and you try and stick to the plan, and then sometimes pressure disorientates the plan a little bit, and it's just understanding the decisions that we've made along the way. That's going to be key for us.
Andy, how's it going? Listen, this one might be a little bit harsh on you. You've just taken over the team this year, but we're coming off a kind of disappointing 2019 for Irish rugby fans, what happened in the World Cup and Six Nations. But can you kind of understand why Irish fans would be frustrated with how things are going and just coming up against that brick wall in England again?
Well, like I've just said to you, the reasons why they're a brick wall, because they're a good side. The tactics of being able to slow ball down, etc., is the reason for that. And obviously, that England side, they've been together for 10 years. They've been through some massive ups and downs, and it's those down times that they've learned from the most, and they've become a fabulous side over a decent amount of period of time. And we're on a completely different journey. And as far as that second half performance, coming away with obviously more points than they had, and territory possession, and yes, of course we needed to be more clinical, but we can be proud of that. 100% we can be proud of that. So the lads will, again, learn from this experience. They'll look the lips and look forward to the next time, the next challenge.
There was one comment you made there on RT after the game that picked up a bit of traction, talking about boys becoming men against England today. You did mention Chris Farrell. Was there anybody else that kind of, in your mind, became that player?
Well, I mean, you talk about tough, and sometimes you have to take the ball up into a brick wall and take your medicine. The amount of times that Caelan Doris came out the other side was unbelievable. The amount of times that he kept offering himself, and James being captain for the first time, what an experience for him. I thought he played tough. He played really tough, and again for the lads that have played here for the first time, started for the first time in Jameson and Hugo and Billy, etc. They're all going to be bigger and better for this experience to start believing in themselves even more so.
Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, guys. Mix will be starting shortly.
Thank you.